Hey y'all! Okay, so this video is a vegetarian Q&A, and I decided to do this because I get asked about being a vegetarian all the time. I decided to take questions from Facebook and Twitter, and here we go. The first question comes from Casey Levere, and he asks, why did you choose to be vegetarian? I have a syndrome called fibromyalgia. I don't have it bad anymore, but I have a video, which I'll put a link to right here, that explains about my fibromyalgia and how I got it, or how it started acting up and everything. And my dog is joining me. What are you doing? So, anyways, the reason I became a vegetarian is because, well, first I tried eating a lot of meat and protein because I read that it's helpful with fibromyalgia if you eat a lot of meat. And that made me feel way worse. And I tried that for a long time. And then I started thinking, well, maybe I should be a vegetarian. Maybe that would help. So I tried it once back in 2008. And I just wasn't strong enough, and I just didn't have the knowledge on how to do it right, so I didn't like it, and I sucked at it really bad, and so it didn't work out. I've been thinking about it ever since then. I wish I could do it, but I can't do it, you know. So then I watched this documentary called Food Inc. The guy who made it was on Oprah, and I was like, wow, that's awesome, you know, whatever he's talking about, I want to learn more about it. Because I was already starting to get into organic fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. I watched Food Inc. in January, 3 years ago, and I never ate a piece of meat again after that. Well, that's a lie. Actually, I accidentally ate a chicken nugget about a month later, but I kind of just forgot. Like, I got the chicken nuggets for my daughter, and then I just took a bite, like, because when you have kids, you just eat their food, you just taste it. I don't know, it's like a thing you do. And I took a bite and I was like, oh God, and I spit it out. Like, I couldn't even, you know, I just couldn't do it. It became more about morality versus health, but then it kind of combined to be both. So it became a moral thing and it became a health thing, because I started to notice that not eating meat made me feel really good, and I stopped having flare-ups. And flare-ups are the worst part of fibromyalgia. The next question comes from @SharkyBradshaw on Twitter. She says, I've been anemic most of my life. My doctor said I wouldn't get enough iron if I didn't eat meat. That's totally not true. You do not have to get iron from meat. You can get iron from many, many different fruits and vegetables, even things like quinoa. There's tons of ways to get iron, and you just have to make sure that you get those in your diet. And I will put a link down below where you can learn about getting iron as a vegetarian or vegan. Miss Sammy JG asks, do you know any pescatarians? If so, how do they explain their morals? I don't understand how they abstain from meat but not fish. Okay. I did the pescatarian thing because I kind of went through a period where I was not getting the right nutrients through eating my fruits and vegetables and the correct grains and things like that, to where I started to feel bad again. I was just eating a lot of bread, you know, and that's not the right way to do this. So I told my doctor. I didn't tell her I wasn't eating the fruits and vegetables. I was just like, I don't know what to do. She said, just eat fish only, so you can get some protein that way. And I was like, okay, my doctor said I have to eat it, right, you know. And so it's kind of my bad for not telling her that I wasn't eating correctly. So I did do the pescatarian thing for a little while. I hadn't eaten any meat in 9 months when I did that, and I ordered salmon because it's like one of the only fish that I really thought I could eat, and I used to love it before. So I ordered salmon, and I cried my way through half of it, and it was so awful, and it was sad, and it tasted good, but I felt terrible, and so I don't know, I ate half the salmon, and then I was okay after that. I guess the moral thing with the fish is, I don't know, I think some people think that fish just, while they're living, they don't care, you know, they're just dumb or something. I am not a perfect vegetarian. There's what they call strict, where absolutely no way would you ever put a piece of meat in your mouth. I don't care what it is, you know, you're not gonna, like some people won't even pick through something and take the meat out, like that's strict. So I cannot call myself strict because sometimes my mom cooks, you know, for like the whole family, and I will just take the meat out and then eat what she's made because she's already made it. You know what I mean, I had no control over what my mom did. She knows I'm a vegetarian, but she's not going to make everyone else not eat meat. So the meat's already in there and someone else will eat it. I'm definitely not a strict vegetarian, and I do have fish here and there. I don't order at restaurants or anything like that. It's usually if my mom has made shrimp or something. I do eat sushi. So, and I'm not talking about raw sushi. I'm talking about the fake stuff. Like, I mean, it's cooked. Not fake, but it's cooked. And I don't eat sushi very often. Maybe like, to go out and eat sushi, maybe like twice a year tops. It's like a thing that me and my husband do. That's like a date. That's like a special date to go out and eat sushi. But I just prefer to not eat any meat at all. I don't like it. I do not eat beef. I do not eat chicken. Turkeys, none of that. I don't eat pigs. I do not eat bacon. Nothing. The next question was from @Journeys of Life Vlogs, JOL Vlogs. Yeah, he says, I heard that some vegetarians occasionally eat chicken or fish. Would they still be considered vegetarians? Chicken, no. You cannot eat chicken and be considered a vegetarian. That's just not. No, that's not a vegetarian. And the fish would be a pescatarian. So if you are a vegetarian but you still eat fish like all the time, no problem, that's a pescatarian. If I was being 100% true to myself and true to people out there, I would have to call myself a pescatarian, even though I rarely eat fish. Well, I had asked also for questions on Facebook, but my post completely disappeared. I don't know what happened to it. So I don't remember what questions were on there. I'm really sorry. I remember one of the questions was, why become a vegetarian? Okay, like I said in the beginning, the main reason I did this was for moral reasons. After I saw Food Inc., I just could not fathom any reason to put an animal in my mouth. A cow, lambs, chickens, pigs. Why would I eat a pig? I could just play with a pig. Why would I want to eat it? You know what I'm saying? So I just, oh God, it was making me sick. The stuff I saw on there, it's not done the old-fashioned way anymore, okay? My dad grew up on a farm where there was actual farming, and you raise your own animals and you let them have their lives and then you ate them. They were not kept in these, you know, tiny pens to live out their lives until they got to a certain age. They were not given hormones or antibiotics or any of that shit to make them grow faster and bigger. Like, I'm telling you, if you really, really want to become a vegetarian and you just don't know how to go about it, and you feel like deep inside you that maybe there's a good moral reason for you to do it besides just seeing what PETA is putting out there and, you know, like, oh, maybe it's not right to eat animals, then I would suggest you watch that movie. Food Inc. is probably one of the harsher videos. It's very educational, but it does show you what happens to the animals, how they live their life, how they die. I couldn't imagine doing that to my dogs. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I would not in a million years eat my dogs, so why would I eat these other animals? Why have I been eating these other animals? And I mean, I pretty much cried throughout the whole movie. And the movie does show you other things too, not just what happens to the animals and stuff like that. It teaches you about what fruits and vegetables do for you, and how the packaged food we have has so much corn in it. And then I think another one of the things that really scared me was the antibiotics and stuff. There's a lady in the movie, and she's talking about how she is allergic to all antibiotics now. Well, this started happening to me several years ago, probably like 10 years ago. I started having weird reactions to medicine, and I believe deep down that it has to do with the way I've grown up eating, with the packaged foods and canned foods and stuff like that, and meat, and the antibiotics that they've been giving the chickens and the cows and all the other animals. So I think it really screwed with my body. I have weird allergic reactions to leeks, which are a type of onion, shallots, because I was not eating clean or organic before. I probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I stopped being able to eat apples and bananas because I had adverse reactions to them. I recently tried to eat a cooked banana because they used to not bother me, and I broke out right here. So not only do I have adverse reactions, I have an allergic reaction. Basically, we're abusing our bodies. That's why I became a vegetarian. I do not push it on people. I try not to. I get very passionate about it sometimes. I don't mind educating, obviously. So if you have any more questions, I will have no problem doing a part 2 to this. I would love some feedback. It's really hard to get feedback in the comments, so please sign in if you're not signed in, and leave me some feedback, and thumbs up and like this video. And I think that's about it. I will put links to everything I talked about down below, and also where you can watch Food Inc. I believe it is on Netflix right now. Another one you could watch, if it's not, is called Hungry for Change. So that's another good one. It doesn't show slaughter or anything like that, but it does explain a lot about eating clean and stuff like that. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Bye.